Pyramids of China. If you did not know that China had pyramids, then you might want to join us as we explore some of these pyramids that are found in China. I really never knew it, except maybe just a tad bit ago, maybe a little bit ago, that I learned about the China's pyramid. And if they got pyramids, I wonder if any other countries have pyramids. They could, you never know. You really don't know. That's why it's important to, I gotta get these glasses off and get a different pair on. Hold on one sec. Hold on. If I can find my other ones, where are my other glasses? Found them. All right, I found them. Hold on one second. I'm going to put these other ones on. These other ones it's going to be a lot better for me. I think they might have, somewhat anti-glare, which is perfect. Perfect. Let me get a drink. Okay, I got a drink. You might want to drink too. If you got some water, get you some water. Get you a soft drink or something and have yourself a drink. Gina is live on her channel, but this is
the drink.
Oh, excuse me. Hello, Al honey. I was going to do a totally different video. Hello, Apple Rux honey. I was going to do a totally different video on the werewolves and the vampires, and how the Native American women, they had offspring with them. And I found it in this book that I had, but at the last minute, I changed my mind. And then I heard something about the Mardi Gras. Somebody wrote in a comment, I read it, I think, yesterday, how at the Mardi Gras, that they have a place for the werewolves to go and for the witches to go. But if you're a human, you are not allowed. And the vampires, if you're a human, you cannot go in those areas that are only designated for the werewolves, the vampires, and the witches, or something like that. I remember specifically werewolves and the vampires. So I was going to do a video on that. I thought, well, now I'm going to do it on the pyramids at the last minute. China's pyramids. Hello, you just tuning in. Welcome. Can y'all hear me quiet? Well, Gina, honey, we hear ya. That's great. I want to get over here and look at these pyramids in China because they are very exciting. Yeah, look at this little live stream here. We got a little poking up at 47 right now. It goes to 20 and then it goes all the way up to 47. Then we go to 56 and then we got it going on. You all, we do want to know about it. Hello. You just tuning in. Let's come over here. Look at some of these pyramids right now that you can see of China. There looks like there are quite a bit of pyramids. Look at this. How would China, I got my one cord stuck around my, okay, on my microphone. China has a 1,000-foot white pyramid of Xi'an. Why China keeps its pyramids a secret? Well, we definitely, Daisy Day, we definitely would like to know why China is keeping its pyramids a secret. That's very interesting. Why are they? Let's see, this is a 1,000-foot pyramid of Xi'an. Why China keeps its pyramid secrets. You can see on 12721. Well, they keep a lot of secrets over there. Oh. The story of the White Pyramid came about in 1940s when the eyewitness reported specifically from the pilot related the presence of an enormous white pyramid. It's got to be the aliens or the ancient Egyptians or something. Some kind of a race of beings, probably. The White Pyramid near the Chinese city Xi'an. He's said to have seen a white jewel-topped pyramid during a flight between India and China during World War II. Isn't that interesting, you all? That is really, really interesting. Not only was this extraordinary structure said to be the largest pyramid in the world, but in the valley surrounding it, there were said to be dozens of other pyramids, some rising to an elevation almost as great. That's the largest That's the largest pyramid in the world? That's what they just said. The largest pyramid in the world. It's not the one right here in the picture that's like right next to me. Oh, wow. This is really interesting. Let's type this in. The largest pyramid in the world. Yep. Look at this. The Great Pyramid. Made by hand. No. We want the largest pyramid in the world. There's the Red Pyramid. Is this the one we were looking at? This right here. Who are they saying that this is made by? The 5 largest in the world. I want to see if they're going to say China is one of those largest pyramids in the world. What kind of ships? What powered the Vimana? Oh, we found some spaceships. This is great. We found the Vimanas, the 6,000-year-old flying machines of ancient Egypt. Wow, they look really techy. Like movie-like. Oh my goodness. Russia's indigo child, reincarnated soul from Mars. Gina, we are supposed to be looking at Chinese pyramid, not the Vimanas. That's okay. That's okay. Sometimes it happens like this. Wow. Top secret, Gina. It's in Antarctica under the ice shelf. The greatest Smithsonian cover-up. Oh my gosh, you all. We got to mark this page. This seems more exciting than the Chinese pyramid. Look at all this stuff. The greatest Smithsonian cover-up. The giant skeletons. Oh, alchemy. Isaac Newton and the secret code number of 3. The megalithic. Oh my gosh, you all. Look at this thing. Tesla's UFO. Why the CIA confirmed. Oh my gosh, well, this is a lot better than what we have. I got bookmarked. This is what I've got to do. I got to do this. I'm gonna have to put this on one of my pads right here. We're gonna have to go back to that. Oh, yeah. Let me help you with that. Every time you see that person come up, they are one of my biggest haters. I just want to tell you that, just in case you didn't know. Yeah, so we're going to close that out. We're just going to read about this Chinese pyramid is what we're going to do. All right, we got it right here. It's the largest in the world. It was built in the valleys surrounding it, and it was said to be dozens of other pyramids rising to an elevation almost as great. Colonel Maurice Sheehan, Far Eastern director of Trans World Airlines, told an eyewitness account of his encounters with a pyramid. Oh, look at this. It's the Roswell incident. Year. In the March 28, 1947, in the edition of New York Times. Why did that have to come out in 47? A photo of Sheehan's pyramid appeared in the New York Sunday News on March the 30th of 1947, and this photograph later became attributed to James Gosman. We need to see the New York Times 1947. Let's do this. New York Sunday 1947. You think if we do this, it's going to pull it up? Oh, well, they probably got it. Here it is right here. I want to see if the New York Times has it. Let's go over there to the New York Times, see if we can pull that up. That'd be really great if we can. Oh, let's just do this right here. See if they got the pyramid on here. Take me back. Take me back to a place I come depend on. Scandalous news from Rock-Ribbed, Vermont reported. Let me see that. What happened? What happened? Do you think they got it in here? Whose famous birthday, holidays? No, they're not going to tell you nothing. The phase of the moon. No, they're playing games with us. Well, we're going to quit playing around. Hello, Brandy Honey. Gina, you have got to quit playing around on here. That's why you can't get nothing done. That's why they ain't giving you no subscribers. That's why you ain't getting no thumbs up. Thanks. That's okay. I flew around a mountain, is what he said. As he was coming, one day James Gosman was returning to Assam in India after having flown the Burma Hump. The Burma Hump. Ferried supplies to Chongqing, China from India, when engine trouble forced him to descend temporarily to a low altitude over China. Later he wrote, I flew around a mountain and then we came to a valley, and directly below us was a gigantic white pyramid. It looked as if it were from a fairy tale. The pyramid was draped in shimmering white. That sounds really cool, draped in shimmering white. It could have been metal or some other form of stone. It was white on all sides. What was most curious about it was its capstone. The capstone, a large piece of precious gem-like material. I was deeply moved by the colossal size of the thing. Oh, so it had a capstone. Wonder where the capstone went. Do you think they took it off? Photographs he had taken of the giant pyramid would not be published for another 45 years. That's a long time. 45 years they kept his photograph hidden. They couldn't let the secret out. They couldn't. The photographs he had taken of the giant pyramid would not be published for another 45 years. Till then, even his report would be buried in the Secret Service files of the U.S. military. Numerous researchers and explorers have pursued the White Pyramid of Xi'an, but none to date have been successful. Some believe that the White Pyramid may lie within the rugged terrain of Qinling. Let me see something. Qinling. Let me do something. Hold on one moment. Okay, we got it. Yeah, we got it. Qinling. How am I going to get my channel on here? Okay, let me try to wait to see if I can get it. Okay, Qinling. How we doing over here? Are we doing all right? Okay, we're doing all right. Faith indeed. Faith without works is dead. Okay. So his report got buried. His report got buried in the Secret Service files of the U.S. military. Numerous researchers and explorers have pursued the White Pyramid of Xi'an, but none to date have been successful. Some believe that the White Pyramid may lie within the rugged terrain of Qinling Mountains, difficult to spot. You know what we should do? We should go to the Qinling Mountains in China. We want to see the Qinling Mountains in China. Let's go to the Google Earth and see if we can find them. In the Google Earth, I want to see if we can find his mountains in China. Open up Google Earth, honey. Thank you. That's very nice of you to open up. We want to go to the Qinling Mountains in China. We're going to look for the White Pyramid. I wonder if we can find the White Pyramid. Let's see what they... Oh, there's somebody's got a big triangle over it. What's that location? It looks like something is, okay, here's the United States. All right, there's one right there. Okay, this got one. Oh, we're supposed to be going to the Qinling Mountain. Let's see if we can, see if it's going to take us to China. I guarantee you, if that pyramid is over there, they got that pyramid, blurred out. I'm going to say White Pyramid. I'm just going to go ahead and put one on here, White Pyramid, on the White Pyramid. China. How about that? Now we already got it on here. So this is the location where the White Pyramid is supposed to be, somewhere in these mountainous regions. Isn't that interesting? That's really interesting. Let me see if we can get this White Pyramid. Gina, you are going on a goose chase. Pyramid. Let me see if we can get the White Pyramid in China. Oh, they got a pyramid. Let's see if there's a pyramid. So they got two things. The grass pyramid. Is there a pyramid right here? Let's see. Is there supposed to be a pyramid? Let's see if we can find a pyramid. It's probably the name of a city or something. Probably. Looks like they got a heart right here. Okay, we're supposed to be back over here to what we was reading on, and we got on a little ghost chase. Hello there, Vonda, honey. You love the adventures. It's great to be on an adventure. Okay, in the Kingling Mountains, difficult to spot among the towering mountains and the deep gorges. So they got deep gorge, like with Three Dams something gorge or something. In 2000, Chinese officials declared that there were around 400 pyramids north of Xi'an, though that does not include the White Pyramid. The excavation of many of the other sites revealed mausoleums shaped more like Mesoamerican pyramids, differing from those in Egypt as they are flat-topped and covered with vegetation. This is really interesting. In these burial mounds, look at that, there it is right there, but lay ancient members of China's royal class who intended to rest for eternity undisturbed. Many of the pyramids are extremely difficult to detect, camouflaged in the lush mountains and hills and covered by tall grass and trees, and very few of the structures have been open to tourism. Look at that. If you're just tuning in, in 2020, in the year 2000, Chinese officials declared that China had there were around 400 pyramids north of Xi'an, and they're not counting the Great White Pyramid. That's what they declared. Ain't heard nothing since, I guess. In the burial mounds, most of the pyramids are extremely difficult to detect, camouflage. Very few structures have been open to tourism. There's one right there. Oh, I'm getting a hot flash. The Chinese government has given simple explanations as to why no one is allowed to enter. Namely, the overzealous archaeologists and tourists could potentially damage the artifacts. You know, I think they keep their things secret is what they do. The pyramids in China, this is China's pyramid, is the Great White Pyramid that is said to have a capstone at the top. It's supposed to be the largest in the world. There's a picture of it. We can see the other pyramids too once we get through this. The legend claims that the ancient pyramids in China, let me see that, they provide proof of the extraterrestrials. Well, we're on China. We can read about these aliens, okay, because I think they probably have something to do with them, right? The aliens. Let's go look at the aliens. The legend claims the ancient pyramids, let's look at this, in China provide proof. This was the latest news, was by Jake. Thank you, Jake. According to the legend, 100 pyramids in China are proof of aliens who have visited our planet. The mystery behind the claim begins with the journey of two Australian merchants to the vast plains of the Sichuan in central China during the early part of the last century. While there, the men stumbled upon pyramids that were first described in writings more than 5,000 years ago. Do you think the aliens look like this, you all? How could they get a good description of what the aliens look like? You know what they remind me of? And I don't mean to be disrespectful, but it kind of reminds me of those cats who are hairless. That face right there, it really does. Their ETs built them, and they're components of the Great Pyramid that can't be duplicated by man. They stumbled upon the pyramids that were first described in writings more than 5,000 years ago. And what the Bible is supposed to says the Earth is like 6,000 years old. Isn't that what they say it is? 6,000 years old. And they first described in writings more than 5,000 years ago. A monk related the history of the pyramids to the men, revealing they were built when China was ruled by ancient emperors who believed in the existence of extraterrestrial civilizations. Look at the top of that pyramid. It's like excuse me, the capstone. The capstone. Wasn't something about one of the pyramids? Was it the capstone of Thoth the Asterian or something? Or some one of the pyramids? The capstone could come off the top of the pyramid, and it was actually a ship, a UFO. I gotta get a drink. Egypt always looked like an alien to you. There's an old pyramid outside. In fact, the emperors not only believed in the aliens, they insisted that they themselves, they were descendants of the sons of the sky. How can you have so many people claiming to be descendants of the extraterrestrials from all different walks of life? How can you? How can you have a lot of people claiming to be? It's a question that, is worth asking. They gave their alien ancestors credit for the construction of the architectural wonders, and they claimed that the aliens came to Earth on iron dragons. Iron dragons. What would iron dragons be? Iron dragons. Have you ever seen iron dragons? Let's see if we can get iron dragons. Flying machines. Well, it could have been an iron dragon flying machine. They got water on here. Let me scoot I'm going to tilt my monitor. There they are. There's the flying dragon flying machines right there. The Iron Dragon Wiki. Look at this. If you read this right here from OSRS Wiki, iron dragons are one of the 6 types of metal dragons. Although they are second weakest of the 6 metal dragons, it is especially dangerous to kill them. As with all metal dragons, due to their ability to shoot long-range dragon fire. A dragon fire shield or anti-dragon shield. Look at that. These are the dragon flying machines right here. Well, now we want to see the actual dragon machines. Flying metal dragons. Here's an iron dragon right there with deviant art. They think they are the ancient kings. An ancient alien hominid settlement south of Chihuahua, Washington, the northeast corner off of Ponderay County. Thank you. Ah, so they came on iron dragons. What if they came from inside the earth? Because inside the earth they had the Ottomans. They had the Ottomans who were the servants, more or less, to the real inside the earth. Well, I would say that there has got to be some kind of truth to this. It looks like a transformer. Look at that. There's got to be some kind of truth to it. There has got to be. They came to Earth on iron dragons. Their lust, they're just full of hot air, Al. Yeah. Okay. If you're just tuning in, we're looking at the pyramids in China, and they said the aliens built the pyramids, is what they said. The aliens have built the pyramids in China. So we come back over here. Fast forward almost a century to the year 1994. Austrian Hartwig Hausdorff made a trip to central China near the city to the capital of Shanxi province. While there, Hosford stumbled upon 6 of the legendary structures. Amazed by what he had seen, he returned later that year with a video camera. His footage recorded more than 100 pyramids in an area approximately 1,200 square miles. Well, now they got 150,000-year-old Bangang Pipes. Well, we got to see the Bangang Pipes. Bangang Pipes in China. What are they doing under the Chinese pyramid? Who could have built such a complex structure? We are jumping screens because they got other things inside them that we can look at. You know, they do. Okay. Who could have built such complex structure 150,000 years ago at a time when a man, oh, that's a really good question, when a man had barely started using fire? Who could have built that? Okay, because they said that we were cavemen. Cavemen. Caveman. Cavemen. Okay. How could the cavemen build the pyramids? Okay, because obviously they said that's about how it was right there, right? They lied. That's right, Brandy. They told a lie. So they have pyramids. How cavemen stayed at home while their women went. Where did their women go? The women had to work? No. Okay, so we got the cavemen millions of years ago. Oh, how am I getting on another screen? That's okay, you all. How am I getting over here? So we have the 150,000-year-old. Oh, but they got these. The Bangang Pipes are one of the greatest mysteries of the ancient world. They're only a mystery because they have made it a mystery. They can be found inside a badly eroded pyramid located on the top of Mount Bangang in Qinghai province of northwestern China. We got to go to Bangang, China. Let's see if we can paste it there. Let's see if we can go to in China. China. Let's see if it's going to take us there. You're going to take us to Bangang. Was it Bangang Mountain? Is that where we're supposed to be going? To Bangwan? Mount Bangwan. Yeah, they were supposed to be going to Bangang. This is, oh, I can do this. This is the mountain where they found the pyramid. Isn't that what they said? They found the pyramid in this mountain. Let's make sure we got our story straight. Okay. It's a badly eroded pyramid located on top of Mount Bangang in the Qinghai province of northwestern China. So this is where the pyramid is badly eroded. So we wouldn't even be able to get to see it. Look at that. There's no grass or nothing. It's just a mountainous region in China. We wouldn't even be able to see, would we? Maybe that's the pyramid right there. They could have a row of pyramids as far as we know in China. Looks like they got a big gorge. A gorge over there. Look how that's got that ridge going straight down. I know the pyramid probably wouldn't have that ridge like that. We wouldn't be able to find it, but that's China. Let's go back to that. If you're just tuning in, welcome. Welcome for tuning in. We're going over to China. We're not actually over there. The Crumbling Pyramid. Oh, we get to see it now. The Crumbling Pyramid once had triangular entrances on 3 of its sides, but over time, 2 of them caved in and are currently inaccessible. Wow, they got inaccessible. Let me have a drink. It's totally inaccessible, and the one that remains goes deep inside the mountain. Iron scraps and unusually shaped stones litter the floor, suggesting Long ago, this place was a saw activity. Inside, this is a pyramid right here. Look, they got the Chinese military personnel. There is something going on. There is such a great big, there's so many secrets, so many things they are hiding, so much history that is being hidden from people. Inside there, they got metal scraps of iron, I think they said, like it was a sawmill or something inside there. This is really interesting. See, you wouldn't even know. Look at the erosion. It looks like a great big water or something came through here and eroded that. Now, it could have happened during a great flood or something when the earth was totally flooded. Oh, is this where we're at? By the way, we're on anomalian.com. This is a really good place, anomalian.com. I want to copy that right there. I really do. I want to put this in my notes because I like that. I like aliens. It's because you are an alien, Gina. No, I'm not. Okay, let's look at this. The only remaining cave houses an intricate network of metal pipes, with diameters as large as 1.5 feet. Is that, yeah, well, I could say like 1.5 feet. And as small as a toothpick? 1.5 feet, that's pretty big. Al, that's really funny. So little time and so many liars. Wow. Dozens of pipes run straight into the mountain. We're talking about the pyramid in China. It has eroded, and there's more than 400 pyramids in China. But the one they're talking about now has eroded. It had 3 entrances, and it has metal pipes in it. That's what it's got. They don't know where it goes. Well, you know where it goes. Dozens of pipes run straight into the mountain, leading who knows where. They know where it goes. It's going underground into the reptilian area and stuff like that. To the underground world where there are numerous civilizations under there. Probably all kinds of species, if truth is to be made known. Some of the archaeologists who visited the site speculated the pipework could have once supplied water to the pyramid. Well, that was very industrial of them. Their theory seems to be supported by a multitude of iron pipes. What was the Iron Age? We did have the Iron Age. Let's see, when was the Iron Age? Because that will give us a little bit of clue about the Iron Age is the final epoch of 3 historical metal ages. After the copper and the bronze, it has also been considered as the final age of the 3-age division, starting with prehistory and progressing to proto-history. And in this usage, it is preceded by the Stone Age and the Bronze Age. So Iron Age, I wanted to know how many millions of years. They're not even going to tell us. I'm trying to see it. 1300 BC before Christ for the one. Something is AD. Okay, so they're not really giving us very good. They look like a meteorite right there. Look at that, William meteorite. It's the 6th largest meteorite in the world. It's iron nickel meteorite. Well, there must be a ton of it on Earth, and they made all this stuff. Okay, well, we got this. So we got that. We went over there. We're looking at this right here. If you're just tuning in, welcome. Cognizant, Sapiens Official. You had visions of so many different lives, moments of cataclysm, and the world swallowing up all the lands in your dreams, and you're almost always flying. Well, at least you're flying and you're not getting swallowed up with them. That's great. Some of the archaeological, they speculated the pipework could have supplied it to the pyramid. Their theory seems to be supported by a multitude of iron pipes found on the shores of nearby Lake Tulsan. These ones are also available in a range of lengths and diameters, some reaching above the water surface and others buried below. Let's go look at Lake Tulsan in China. let's see what it's going to do for us. I want to see Lake Tosin in China. Can we go to China's Lake Tosin? Oh, that's a big lake. That is a big lake. See it? I wonder if there's alien life down there inside that lake. You know, like what was that? How these aliens could like go underwater, and there were things under there. Let's go under there. They went to their underground places. We were 9,220 feet. Okay. Well, we're going to exit the ground level. That was kind of boring. We don't need to go look inside your lake, China. I know you've got some secrets kind of like Groom Lake. They probably do have something like Groom Lake in China. I wouldn't say that they didn't. Let's get back over here. If you're just tuning in, welcome. And we're going to come back over here to China. Okay, the ones, they're available in Iraq. Okay. Intrigued by these out-of-place artifacts, the Beijing Institute of Geology analyzed the Bangang Pipes using a technique called the thermoluminescence. That's a big word. Let's say it together. Thermoluminescence. This method allowed them to determine when the pipes were last subjected to high temperatures. Analysts showed the pipes must have been crafted 150,000 years ago. And the mystery goes deeper. Analysis performed at a government-operated smeltery was unable to determine the exact composition of the pipes. Although the pipes were made up of ferric oxide, silicon oxide, and calcium oxide, they also contained 8% of an unknown material. Look at that. We got this pyramids in China. If you're just tuning in, there's mind-boggling things. They're saying there's no easy way to explain the mind-boggling discovery. The human presence in the region can be traced back to 30,000 years ago, but was mainly comprised of nomadic tribes. It would have been impossible for a primitive society to leave behind such an advanced structure. But if they had a reset and they destroyed civilization, if they had a reset and they destroyed, civilization, they threw them back into the Dark Ages, I guess they had to start all over, right? And they wiped their memory like the aliens do, like in the Men in Black. They cause a great big solar flash to occur, and they wipe their memories. First they destroy, I guess evidence and stuff, and then they wipe the memories of the people with their technology, and then they have to start all over again, just like the Tower of Babel. If you think about the Tower of Babel in the Bible, they wanted to make a tower to reach up into the heaven where the gods were, and they all spoke one language. And then the gods found out, and they said they can't let them in. The humans become like them, so they wanted to try to reach up there and become as gods. So they scrambled their languages, and then they could no longer communicate effectively. That's how the story goes. And then the Tower of Babel never did get completed, right? I mean, you can throw aliens in there and say they just wiped their mind and made them kind of have to start all over from scratch. Yeah, they could have did that. You start all over from scratch. We're going to redo civilization over and over and over because we don't like how they did. It's probably what they did, something like that. They probably did. 30,000 years ago. All right. A number of theories have made attempts to explain who could have built these pipes and what purpose they might have served. An advanced but long forgotten human civilization could have constructed a facility that required coolant. Oh, we're talking about radiator coolant, right? And the pipes leading to the lake nearby all that's left. One interesting aspect is that the water in the lake is salty. It's like the ocean. And although there is fresh water lake in the vicinity, there are no pipes leading into it. Why the need for salt water? That's interesting. Look at them. They look like let's look at this stuff, you all. He's got this right there. Look at that that's like at Antarctica. Look at that. It's like the size of a Duracell battery. Now, what if it was batteries and they literally destroyed the civilization and reset it? Oh my gosh. What if they reset it? Hello, Jason. Hello from Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. Art Bell on Coast to Coast AM radio from the high desert. He was talking about this for years on his radio station in George Norrie. Does anyone remember the two of them? Yeah, that does look like a battery. Isn't that interesting? Look on the inside of that. One potential answer is electrolysis. When an electric current is ran through salt water, it breaks down the water into hydrogen and oxygen, and such products are a must-have for any civilization operating aircraft. So now they've said they've got aircraft now. That particular civilization doesn't even have to be human. Well, now they're admitting that they are aliens. They're aliens. They don't even have to be human. They can be aliens. They can be some other type of a life form. Look, they got the etching right here on the stone. See that etching? It's like the writing or something like that. Hello there, cognizant sapiens official. Okay, we already looked at that. On the other end of the spectrum, we have several geologists who believe the pipes are some type of unusual but natural formation. Okay, they are natural formations. That's exactly what it is. Just like these great big gigantic steps found on the ocean floors. It's with perfect angles. They're natural formations, perfectly natural. Yeah, we believe it. Not. Another theory, okay, is that the pipes are fossilized tree roots. Okay. Zinman Weekly reported in 2003 that scientists found plant matter in an analysis of the pipes. Well, probably because the roots got in the pipes, okay? Because we do. If you got old pipes and stuff, you know that your root system can get inside the pipes after the pipes crack over time, and those roots are going to grow in those pipes. Okay, they are. You're going to have a clogged water pipe. You're going to have a clogged water pipe. They found the plant material in them and found what looked like tree rings. You just got on here, Birdie Bear honey. You like the uptown funk you up? Uptown funk it up? Thank you. I didn't wiggle as much as I normally do because it's late at night. But that's okay. Now we got this right here. Bygone pipe. Look at this. See how perfect it is? Look how perfect those pipes are. And well, all they have to do is adhere to one particular theory and pass it off as fact. That's all they would have to do. Yeah, you love lots of knowledge. My people die for lack of knowledge, is what he says. The article related the finding to a geological theory that in certain temperatures and under certain chemical conditions, tree roots can undergo diagenesis, the transformation of soil into rock. Okay, and other processes that can produce iron formations. Okay, now we already looked at the legend claims the ancient pyramids in China provided proof of extraterrestrials. Reports on the tree root explanation for the so-called Bangang Pipes lead back to this Xenon Wiki article like citation. It's unclear exactly how well supported this theory is. In fact of the matter is that these are just theories attempting to explain something simply doesn't fit. It doesn't fit with the accepted systems of belief. That's right, it does not fit. One thing is certain, until history is rewritten, anomalous artifacts such as the Bangang Pipes have no place in conventional textbooks. Wow, he's got right down to it. He really does. Let me get back over here to the... We kept jumping around on here. I'm looking at this because we jumped from one thing. They had iron dragons is what they had flying around. Their ancestors came from iron dragons. That's what they said. This is the year of the dragon. It's okay, so if their ancestors, now let's think about this. If their ancestors, if they're part of the sons of the god, the sons of the sky, and their ancestors came over on dragons, well, it would make perfect sense for for dragons to be very, very important in their culture. And it's the year of the dragon. Does it mean the dragon, that great serpent, the devil who leads the whole world astray? No. I was told that the dragons have returned to Earth, and that they are a higher realm. A higher, what do you call that? A higher what? A higher realm? What are those dragons are called? I can't get the exact word because I don't know how to say it. Dragons belong to dragons are from what realm? Dragons from the 12th realm. I don't know. Another realm that we can't see. Oh, okay. We got the dream realm. A dream realm. Let's see. How to train your dragon. I believe that dragons existed. Okay, the 9 realms. Okay, according to this, there's 9 realms in the modern world. They came to the shores here. Clifford Bayard. What dragon came to the shores here? Oh, I thought you said... Oh, we did a video on the dragons on this channel before. And there were dragons that were found in Scotland. I think it was Scotland. Scotland's dragons. There actually were dragons. It was called The Last Dragon. There was a book about the last dragon too. So we come over here. Scientists reveal. Look at this. This is new. We got to look at this. We have got to look at the... Oh, okay, look at this. 5 days ago, Scientific American. Now we are on to it. A 240 million year old dragon. There it is. It just came out. See how we're finding it? We got to wake up. Thank you, Brandy. It's time to wake up. It's not the nighttime. It's nighttime. We got to wake up. Let's read this. Scientific American. Look at the dragon fossil. I wonder if it's a big one. The ancient reptile, a Dinoceros, had a neck of mythic proportions. Isn't that amazing? The skeleton of a dragon. Wow. You're broken through. It's from the Scotland Museum. Am I in the Scotland Museum? Okay, we're supposed to be in China. Okay, around 240 million years ago, a serpent-like reptile, the Dinoceros, ruled the waters of what is now southern China. Hey, you know like Smaug the dragon that's in the Lord of the Rings? Smaug, who comes out of the mountain. Smaug is inside the mountain where all the goat is, and he didn't like the lakemen, so he came out with his fiery breath, but then he had a hole in one of his scales. One of his scales came off and they shot him. They got him with the arrow. Okay. He ruled the waters of what now is southern China, boasting of a toothy maw and an elongated neck of mythic proportions. This prehistoric predator could easily be confused for the legendary dragons found throughout Chinese mythology. It's so fitting. Look, so it's fitting that a team of researchers recently described several remarkable Dinoceros specimens just weeks after the year of the dragon began. And one of those found was coiled in a dramatic pose. It is the most complete example to date of the slender reptile. It's just perfect. How do we know they found it? How do we not know that it's make-believe? Okay, but they did speak of dragons. Okay, they got dragons. It's wrapped in this figure 8, which looks a bit like a mythical Chinese dragon. The paleontologist at Scotland. Earth and Environmental Science Transactions of the Royal Society of Edinburgh. Look at that. They analyzed 5 new Dinocephalosaurus fossils to learn more about the bizarre animal that once lived. Chun, look at that. Their vertebrae, local farmer enclosed it in a pig's pen. China was covered. Okay, this is the Triassic period. China was covered by balmy coastal waters filled with other seafaring reptiles, including dolphin-shaped, sharp-toothed Ichthyosaurus. And Dinocephalosaurus was not the only local marine reptile to stick its neck out. I gotta get a drink. Excuse me. That stopped me. It stopped in my throat. That's not nice. Literally. I'm not supposed to be talking about this. Obviously, I'm supposed to be shutting my mouth by now. Let me see. They want me to be quiet. It's 51. I am tired. It's 51 minutes on here. They're probably trying to get me to shut up. I'm not joking either. I'm being very serious. He's got an elongated neck. Oh my goodness. Look, according to Fraser, releasing the paper right after the Lunar New Year was a coincidence. No, it was not a coincidence. You know this was not a coincidence. In the new paper, the researchers found small bones that might be those of an embryo inside of one of the newly described specimens. Okay, the dragons are inside the earth. If they found an embryo, the dragons are not dead. They're probably living inside the volcanoes, inside the earth, just like in the great big gigantic caverns inside the earth, just like in The Lord of the Rings, like Smog. And there's probably several of them, probably still alive. It was just a mere coincidence of them releasing that paper. The paper had been in the works for years, and its scope had repeatedly been expanded to include additional Dinocephalosaurus fossils, and that Lee and his team kept finding. But I think it was vitally important that we do tie these finds to local cultures where the fossils were found, and the fortuitous timing presents a remarkable opportunity to highlight China's prehistoric past and their natural heritage. What do you think about that? No, it really was Scotland. I was typing in the Scotland dragons in Scotland. I think it was Scotland. Was it Scotland that the dragons were supposed to be? Yeah, my nose is tried itching. Yeah, they have it in Scotland, just like I thought. The Scotland, we did videos on this before. Dragons in the Scottish myth and legends. Every land has its tales of dragons, but Scotland is an... Okay, well, we're on Scotland. We weren't supposed to be going to Scotland, but we went to Scotland, and wow, look at this. How could they carve such things like this, really? Could you imagine how long, and where did they get the tools to do this, and how old is this castle? The Bride Caliche, cryptozoology, dragons, haunted mythical creatures, myths and legends, Scottish myths and legends, dragons. Every land has it. Scotland is an island country bound to the sea. It is small. Is the dragons in the sea? It is small, and it's a small wonder that dragons were not flying, but fire-breathing creatures. Fierce sea serpents, they come up out of the ocean. Oh, the dragons on the Welsh flag, Sun Honey Studio. Okay, well, they got fierce sea serpents. Orkney's storeroom borrowed from the Viking legend, Syrian Cronin, a gigantic sea serpent that is said to be the largest ever. We want to see Sierran Croin. Is that Cthulhu like? Then from the murky depths of Loch Ness Monster, Scotland's mythical creature, Nessie is classified as a dragon. Although she may be a member of the legendary species, the each usage of water horse, like a whatever those little horse things are in the ocean, seahorse, they're little bitty ones. The Grey Men, the Ben Machi, Scotland's equivalent of the Yeti. Let's see what this dragon looks like in Scotland really fast. Yeah, we're going to have to... We went from pyramids to dragons. Somehow we landed on the dragons. I'm going to see an image of it. Okay, this is massive. That looks like Cthulhu. It looks like Cthulhu. Doesn't it look like Cthulhu? How many of them? They can spawn. They can literally spawn. Look at that. They just kind of get you. Oh, look at that. You seen those ones that have that thing hanging from them and they light up when they swim in the ocean? Wow. Look at that. Is massive. You saw a squid-looking cloud today, like we saw at the observatories in Hawaii. That's really interesting. Look at that. Well, they're probably in the deep still. They're in the deep. You got this right here. What is that off of? What game is that? Yu-Gi-Oh! You ever see the Yu-Gi-Oh? Okay, you all. Gina, we're supposed to be over here. We're talking about the 1,000-foot pyramid in China. They have a white pyramid. It's supposed to be the largest in the world. It's supposed to be, but we're coming back to me. I'm about done. China has over 400 pyramids, and that's not counting the white pyramid and all the pyramids that are around the white pyramid. So they have a lot. They do. So I am going to be going. Thank you all for tuning in. I'm sorry. I'm trying to stay away from doing long videos. I really am. But it doesn't matter at this point, right? That's right. Hello there, Miss Constitutional. Yeah, so I'm going to go. And with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello, from my heart to yours. Love you. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. And please hit that subscribe button. And thank you to those who have subscribed. Thank you for joining this channel. Please give this channel a thumbs up on this video right here. It will help it reach those who might want to be interested in China with their pyramids and their history that they have, that they're going to start talking about in the news about, you know, their past history and their place on Earth. They are. So we got a lot of exciting things ahead, don't we? Yes, we do. Thank you, moderators, and thank you all for your comments. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. And I can't even remember. You all, when I get this, when it's this late, and I can't even remember if I said hello. I'm going to say it again if I haven't. And if I have, I'm going to say it 2 times. So, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello, from my heart to yours. Love you. Have a wonderful evening. And good night. Love you too, Charlotte. Thank you for the hearts. The hearts are beautiful. Have a wonderful evening, everyone. Love.